Welcome back to Newsmakers. We are with Amy Adams, Clayton Cosgrove and Ellie Jones. Now, paid parental leave. The Families Commission, who are often accused of not doing much, have come out this week claiming that dads deserve 4 weeks paid parental leave. Currently, I think they're entitled to, what, 2 weeks unpaid leave. Do daddies deserve a better deal when it comes to bonding with their newborn? Very quickly, Clayton, what do you think?
Well, it's possible, but I think there are probably greater priorities in the social sector as we sit today than that idea.
Right. Amy?
Yeah, I'm not in favour of it. I mean, I think, you know, you've got to be realistic about the pressures you put on businesses as well. Just remember, though, to correct you, dads can have any of that 14 weeks paid parental leave that's currently there. It's up to the parents how they want to divide that. So if they want to have it half each, more power to them. So it's not entirely true to say that dads only get the 2 weeks. That 14 weeks can go to either parent, but I'm not in favour of extending that.
How many mothers would willingly give up their 14 weeks and say, hubby can have a bit of it? Really?
A couple of weeks? Yeah, geez, why not? I think it's rubbish, absolute rubbish. And I find myself agreeing with you again, Clayton. I think there might be something in the water. It's totally new for me. I think there are far more important things. I think that we've become an incredibly time-poor, stressed country when it comes to raising our families and the time we spend with our children. And that's the sort of stuff I'd like the Families Commission to concentrate on. I'd also like them to look at some of the childcare facilities, the lack of childcare facilities and the lack of space. Before you start talking about paid parental leave or paid parental leave for fathers, let's look at some of the stuff that needs fixing now and stuff that might be easy to fix.
They could start with the Christchurch City Council as they decouple funding from community-based early childhood education centres from their lease arrangements and kill them off. When the Mayor said that nobody would be worse off, they could actually start there. That'd be a good job for probably a better job for the Families Commission. Whip down here and have a look at what's happening to the non-profit ECEs.
Actually, speaking of the Families Commission, Christine Rankin's been very well behaved, hasn't she?
I think she's back in the cage.
Maybe Honey could learn from the Christine Rankin experience.
Families Commission, yeah.
I'd hate to see them in the same room together. It could be explosive.
Free shot time. Who deserves a plug? Who deserves a poke? In the traditional sense of the word.
Right, I'm going to kick off. The Court Theatre's done an amazing job with their improv show, A Very Merry Scriptless. Also, Bad Health has hit the lead in their Christmas production. Amy Straker has stepped into that role. There's been a bit of a shuffle up the cast, and they're doing an amazing job, so I thought that was worth a mention. And just generally mean-spirited, negative whingers I can't bear, especially...
Not including talkback hosts, of course.
Oh, there are none of those.
No, never, no.
None of those.
Radio Live has a couple, but hey... Clayton.
Oh, I just think a big bouquet to all the strugglers out there, whether they be businesses or the social sector like the Salvation Army and others, and mum and dad New Zealanders who have had a hell of a year. It's been very tough for them, especially those people who've lost their jobs, and a lot of people have shown a lot of guts to try and get through it. A lot of people hurting out there, and I think a brickbat to our Prime Minister, who's in danger of showing regularly his lack of decisiveness, whether it be Copenhagen, but more especially, more seriously, the fact that he didn't come out and say, I'm putting a line in the sand here, Honey is wrong, this is racist, I'm standing by Kiwis.
All right. 30 seconds, Amy.
All right, I'm going to keep it really local for my bouquet. I want to just mention Darfield Primary School, who've sent 2 teams up to the National Jump Jam Championships. They put a huge amount of time into training, a lot of fundraising. Both their teams went up there, both came back with national titles. It's a great result for a small school and a small community, so well done, guys, that's fantastic. Brickbat would have to go to the idiots I was just hearing about on the radio driving in who robbed and bag snatched an 84-year-old in Barrington last night. That's not the sort of society any of us want. To do that to an old woman, you know, in the lead up to Christmas is totally scumbag stuff.
Yeah. So, they should be done for attempted murder at that age,
look,
86 years of age.
Broken pelvis, it's horrible. Yeah. So, you know, that to me is lower than low.
I hope Santa is taking notes, yes.
Absolutely.
Now to the pick of the week. It is that crazy season of Christmas shopping, and car park rage is set to explode. We have a most extraordinary image to remind you about this. Cars should be very wary of runaway trolleys. This trolley certainly managed to pack a punch, and there are unconfirmed reports that it was being pushed by Ellie Jones.
Oh, I'd never do that.
Was that Jerry Brownley's car?
We don't know. We don't know the owner.
It could have been Ellie pushing the trolley if that was the case.
To the Newsmakers poll, which is rearing to go. Last week's question was the right decision made in closing Orangi School. 31% yes, 69% no.
Send that to me and Tolly, really.
Indeed. The prize winner was Kay West. This week's question, should fathers be granted 4 weeks paid parental leave, yes or no? Email newsmakers@ctv.co.nz. You can vote on the web, mikeyardley.com, or you can post it to PO Box 1100 Christchurch. Do so, you'll be in to win these very fine festive treats. Cafe Aurora coffee and an MTA gift voucher, ideal as a stocking filler, for a service check or a summer road trip.
Or fixing the car.
Or fixing the car, yes, after you've been smashed up by a trolley. Driven by Ellie Jones.
I did nothing to do with it.
Thank you very much to our panel. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Calling my lawyers.